the right-hand side, Moda down the left, and of course Danny Welbeck at the top. Tarek Lamptey playing on the right as well as a wing-back in the midfield quartet. Let's talk about the game. No more players as Gomez comes forward, midway inside the Brighton half. Brighton defender goal away to my right-hand side in front of the Kop. Bradley back to Endu. Endu to Diaz. Diaz, Soberslight, back to Diaz. Diaz tries to go round Balaba. Gets it to Gomez. Gomez first touch is heavy. Runs into the wall that is Moda. Moda with a Joe Cole turn inside his own half. He's done it twice now and in the end gets upended by Joe Gomez. We had a couple of cards in the first half and they went the way of Alexis McAllister and Pascal Gross. Jakob Moda with a quick fit on the far side wins a free kick for Brighton and Hove Albion. Back to the midway point of the Brighton half. Van Heck, Gross, loose touch, almost pounced upon by McAllister. This time down in a heap after McAllister's gone in is Carlos Balaba, and McAllister's one of those players on a yellow card. No doubt David Coote will be just having a little look at this. I'm trying to see who's got the yellow card. David Coote's brandished a card. If it's McAllister, then it's 2 reds, but I've just glanced down to right at my notes there, and there's quite a lot of consternation on the faces of the Brighton players as to who's got the yellow card. I'll try and pick that up for you in just a moment, but for now, Danny Welbeck got a yellow card for protesting the innocence of the second challenge by McAllister. Well, there we are. David Coote certainly picking his stuff up well. Diaz comes forward. McAllister now. Midway inside the Brighton half. Forward to Diaz. Diaz 24 yards from goal. Fires a shot in. Goes off the outside of his right boot and curls away from the left post of Verbruggen. Down in front of the Kop end. Away to my right hand side. Game very much in the same tempo as it was at the start of the first half. And in the whole of the first half, in fairness. Verbruggen, Gross, Van Heck, Balaba. They've played around Liverpool inside their own 18-yard box. Balaba with a break forward. Trailing in his wake is Van Dijk. Van Dijk's put a hand on his shoulder and the foul comes out and Van Dijk's going to get a yellow card now. All of a sudden, David Coote, I don't want to say anything, but none of these yellow cards have been really horrendous. As Balaba showed Van Dijk a clean pair of heels and he just put his arm around his neck. Wasn't a lot of contact there, but it was enough for Balaba to go down and the referee to produce a card. 50th minute of the game. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. Big bearing this could have on the race for the title in the Premier League. Dunk square to the right-sided centre half, Van Heck. Back to the left-sided centre half, Van Dunk. Out to the left-back, Estupinan on the halfway line. Plays it back to Lewis Dunk, 12 yards inside the Brighton half. Straight ball from my right to my left, looking for the run of a dinger in behind. Well shackled by Bradley. Kelleher comes out and gathers the ball. Not sure it's cold enough to wear tights underneath there, but Kelleher might as well wear tracksuit bottoms as far as I was concerned, putting shorts over black tights. Not one for the purist there, I have to say. Kelleher comes out, plays it to Quansah. Quansah back to Kelleher in the goal away to my left-hand side. Welbeck quickly onto it, out to Quansah. Good press here by Brighton, into the feet of Endu. Endu back to Kelleher, who still has it. Penalty area away to my left. Short pass out to the right-sided centre-half, Gerald Quansah. Quansah into the feet in the middle of the park of Liverpool for McAllister. Back to Quansah and back to Kelleher. Good pressing here by Brighton, certainly not letting them out. Kelleher elects to go long, looking for the run this time of Diaz. Headed down by Veltman into the body of Van Heck. Van Heck tries to play it out on the far side. Ricochets off the legs of Dominic Soberslight. And away it goes for a throw level with their own 18-yard box. Away to my right-hand side for Brighton. Joel Veltman tries the ball in his shirt. And he'll look to throw it towards the halfway line. Into Balaba, back to Veltman. Veltman this time sliced it horribly into the stand on the far side. Liverpool fans cheer with a little bit of irony there. And it's going to be a Liverpool throw. Gomez throws it back from midway inside the Brighton half to the halfway line to Virgil van Dijk. Square inside the centre circle on the Liverpool side of the pitch. Liverpool defender half away to my left. I face the pitch very much as you'll see television pictures. Out of Van Dijk, up to Diaz, back to the halfway line to Gomez. Gomez checks again. Hasn't got a lot of options here. Has to go back to Wataru Endo, and Endo will go all the way back to Kermin Kelleher, who comes out of his penalty area away to my left, 6 to 8 yards before playing a short pass to Gerald Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa 12 yards shy of the halfway line, over the halfway line into the feet of Bradley. Bradley tries to get it to McAllister. Ball squeaks out of the tackle to Salah. Salah feeds Nunes. Nunes now driving to the Brighton penalty area. Coming in on his right boot. Lovely pass to Bradley. Bradley's got two in front. Fires a shot in. Hits the legs of Estupiñán. And in the end, Verbruggen comes out and dives at the feet of Lewis Dunk, who holds the ball in between his legs without touching it. And then it's saved by the Brighton keeper. Nunes on the edge of the box of Brighton, away to my right. Good toe in this time by Balaba. Balaba gets it to Moda. Moda to Lamptey. Lamptey goes shoulder to shoulder with Endo. Endo from him, clips it inside and finds Soberslai. Soberslai finds McAllister on the halfway line. Lets it run across his body. Short pass to Kwanzaa. Invites a little bit of trouble. Kwanzaa first into the inside right position of Salah. Salah 24 yards from the goal of Brighton, sets it up for Dominic Soberslai. Soberslai back to Salah. Soberslai with a slight shot as it comes back to him, and that should spin nicely to Darwin Núñez, who finds himself coming in from the Luis Diaz side of the pitch, faced by Veltman. Back to Gomez. Gomez clips it into the box. Flicked header by McAllister. Goes wide of Verbruggen's left-hand post, but seemed like the Brighton keeper, for me, as it grazed the head of McAllister, knew exactly that was going wide of his left-hand post. But again, Liverpool continue, and that's what you love. Wherever you are, whatever player, whatever team you support, if your side have a go, you just don't care. You just hope it works out, but you will feel glad that they do. Good work by Endo. Van Dijk just gets a toe on the lip of the centre circle on the Liverpool side. And it's Liverpool that come forward again, attacking the goal away to my right in front of the Kop. Bradley to McAllister. McAllister into the feet of Nunes on the edge of the box. Holds it up. Looks out behind him to Diaz. Diaz, shouts from the dead ball line. Comes into the box. Clips a deep ball towards Salah. Salah gets under the ball. I think Adingra just done enough to put him off as it came across, and Brighton are living dangerously here in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. It's still Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. But in fairness, Brighton have yet to make Liverpool think that they can't just keep going hammer and tongs forward without being caught out of the back. And Brighton now trying to work it out of the back. Gross plays it forward. Welbeck injured. Adingra tries to get away. Welbeck's going to dive in here. McAllister to Salah. Salah into the box, taken on Dunk. Gets a little wriggle on, but in the end just falls over the man behind him. Well, you can't take your eyes off this one, and I'm sure you won't be able to take your eyes off of Manchester City versus Arsenal later, that'll be coming up. But at the moment, you just fancy that Liverpool, ever since going behind to that goal inside of 90 seconds at the start of the game, they've continued to roll forward relentlessly. Brighton have often had times where they've just tried to make them think, but at the moment, just at the moment, Brighton have got to find something just to make Liverpool think again, because at the moment it's just relentlessly a red wave going towards the Kop, away to my right-hand side. Estupiñán to Gross. Gross all the way back from 40 yards to his keeper, Verbruggen. Verbruggen inside the penalty area. Plays it to Dunk. Dunk back out to Estupiñán. Chance for him to gallop forward here. Goes for a left to right, but it's a poor ball. Gomez gets the ball down, plays it inside the centre circle on Liverpool's side to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it forward and stumps the back of Wataru Endo's head. Adingra tries to get the ball away from Bradley, who comes back and hunts around him like a little Jack Russell. Brighton trying to have a little spell on the football here, just to take the sting out of the relentless Liverpool march forward. Balaba loses out, surely upended, and a McAllister again. He's close to a totting up process here. Welbeck got a yellow card just moments ago saying that McAllister has made a foul. And again he's upended another one, but a swift pass here from the free kick. Estupiñán clips it into the Liverpool box, but slipped away. Headed away by Van Dijk to Estupiñán. Welbeck tries to put it forward. Shot from distance by Balaba. Goes over the bar a distance as well. Over the top of Kelleher's goal, away to my left-hand side. Well, could Roberto De Zerbi be in the box on the home side next year? That's a question that's been posed. But there's been no inkling, although De Zerbi has come out in the press and said I won't sign a new contract if I'm not happy with the way things are going, if I don't think I can improve things, which is an interesting statement. Endo finds Diaz to Bradley over the halfway line, driving towards that goal away to my right, flicks it with the outside of his boot to Sobersley, level the 18-yard box of Brighton, plays it in, blocked against the derriere of Estupinian, and away for a throw deep in Brighton territory, away to my right hand side. She went off him. I thought it went just this side, but it's going to be a corner to Liverpool. Down in front of the Kop, away to my right hand side. Keeper for Bruggen looks out to his left, right down by the point of my right shoulder. This is going to be swung in by Sobersley. Sobersley curls it away from goal. Van Heck with a header away, cleared by Adingra, blocked by Bradley. Adingra gets it away. Lamptey now, got to get away. Oh, it's a crude challenge on Lamptey. Gomez is going to get a yellow for that all day long, and he knew he had to do it as well, because Lamptey's a fleet-footed lad, and he got away as a board. Adingra towed it away. Lamptey round. Gomez a little bit agricultural with the challenge. Yellow card coming for him. Well, Brighton got a chance to just take a sting out of things. They go for a long ball. Away by Kwanzaa on the edge of his box. Away to my left-hand side. Liverpool could return to the top of the Premier League this evening, depending on the Manchester City and Arsenal result, that has to be said. They lost top spot on March the 8th, having been on the top of the table since Boxing Day. So Liverpool would like to go back. Bruggen takes one out of the air, rolls it out to Gross to Balaba, back to Gross to the near side, to the left back, Estupinian, down the line into the feet of Welbeck. Welbeck tries to play it through Mo Salah, and comes off of Salah and goes away for a Brighton throw. Seems a long time ago since Danny Welbeck thrashed the ball in for 60th. Half an hour left to play regulation back. Sobersley looked to have fouled him, but he gets the ball back and plays it up to Nunes. Nunes tries to get it forward. Balaba wins it from Salah. Estupinian clips it in, brought down nicely by Moda. Moda tries to set Adingra away. He's drifted the ball down the channel. Adingra should not get there first. It's Kwanzaa. Good pace by the centre half. Forward to Bradley. Bradley turns away from Welbeck. McAllister loses out to Moda. Referee sees an infringement in there that I didn't see. Roberto Zerbi is absolutely, well, he's beyond aghast, if there's such a phrase. Down on the technical area to the left of the halfway line. Sun comes out, feathers the shadows, but they fade away as it goes behind the clouds here. Now we've got some high clouds in Merseyside. It's Kwanzaa, 12 yards shy of the halfway line. Slips it over the halfway line to Salah. Salah faced by Dunk. Pirouettes one way, loses out to Gross, and then the ball falls to Adingra. He thinks he should have been fouled, and in the end Adingra comes forward, plays it to Gross. Gross now, level the 18-yard box. Dunk turns, facing his own right-sided centre half Van Heck, who slips it down the right side. Veltman's on the way forward now. It's right back versus right back. Veltman takes it away from Gomez, plays it back to Moda. Moda back to Van Heck, just inside the half of Liverpool. Turns it into his own half, inside the centre circle on the Brighton side to Dunk. Dunk back to young Van Heck. Van Heck clips it out near side of Adingra. Comes down, gets the ball, goes inside. Flips it over the top, looking for the run of Estupinian, but it's a little bit awry. Van Dijk gets it out to Conor Bradley. Bradley down the line, not good. Pascal Gross picks it up, Adingra in. Brighton trying to work their way through a narrow area, but it's cleared back there by Kwanzaa. Smash back towards the Liverpool penalty area. Bradley facing his own dead ball line, away to my left, hooks it over his shoulder. Endo heads it forward, and Salah gets it down. Plays it out to Darwin Nunes. Nunes, 24 yards from the goal of Brighton, into the box he goes, faced by Dunk, goes out onto his right boot. Dunk holds him up. He's facing the touchline, but still in the Brighton penalty area. In front of the Kop, plays it back to Bradley. Bradley to McAllister. Time and space here. McAllister doesn't elect to shoot, gives it back to Diaz. Lots of Brighton players back now in behind. I think all 11 are back inside the final third of their pitch. Kwanzaa receives the ball from Endo, out to Bradley. Bradley faced by Adingra. Back now to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa 36 yards from the Brighton goal in front of the Kop. McAllister tries to slip it down the inside channel. Bradley across the face. Cleared inside the 6-yard box of Brighton by Van Heck. Gross loses out, thought he was fouled. McAllister finds Endo. Endo back to McAllister, down the line. Sobersley back to McAllister. The movement from Liverpool is quite exceptional at the moment. They really are. Well, some people would say keep your shape, but they are so fluid, it's quite something. Hart with his right boot, and it flies across the goal, and Verbruggen goes away to his right, but Sobersley saw it open up and then thought, why not? And rattles a little right foot shot across the face of the goal from fully 28 yards. Verbruggen saw it all the way. And it's a goal kick to Brighton. 63rd minute has just about elapsed here. Still Liverpool 1, Brighton 1. On a balance of power, I'd have to say you fancy Liverpool to win this. But you have to say Brighton have got a little bit in the lock-up, which is frightening for them. Sobersley does well, runs it into Nunes. Nunes on the angle, gets a chance, pulls it back, fires it in, saved by Verbruggen, and then thumped away this time by Jakob Moder. Darwin Nunes, a man that's ranked second in the Premier League, I can tell you, for missing.
Jesus.
Makes it 2-1 on 65. And Liverpool find their talismanic striker inside the penalty area. One touch with the right and swept go wild. Liverpool go 2-1 up. Really did finish that beautifully. But as a move, it really was priceless. It simply sliced Brighton apart. And it'll be worth watching again. Van Dijk out to Sobersley. Sobersley drove level with the 18-yard box, pulled it into McAllister. First time layoff, found Salah, who got one touch on his right boot. A good finish on the angle with his left boot. A lovely goal. And he was found in a pocket of space. It was just a straight ball ultimately, made by the run of Salah, who, as I said, hasn't been playing outside right today. He's been playing inside right, and again that was a channel he found himself. So Brighton find themselves behind against the side that's won the most points from coming behind, and there's possibly another three. Lamptey up to the edge of the Liverpool box, stands the ball deep up, headed up in the air by Bradley, who's going to win the header. Endo away, Balaba with a shot, blocked by the legs of McAllister. Brighton stung into action now. 66 minutes. Van Heck to Estepina now, can he swing the ball in? He can. It's a very deep one. Gomez heads it away. Diaz with a lovely flick, gets it over the head of the onrushing Veltman. Diaz gets it then back from Sobersley. Diaz down the line to Nunes. Nunes turns into the feet of Sobersley, midway inside the Brighton half, away to my right, out to Diaz, into the Brighton box, to the edge of the box. So Sobersley gets it on his left, tries to tow it back through. Diaz, can he pull it back? Blocked this time by Van Heck. What a swift move there by Liverpool, and another corner for Liverpool on its way down in front of the Kop. Well, just exactly how good is Jurgen Klopp? Seriously, just how good is Jurgen Klopp? Better than the job that Pep Guardiola has done at Manchester City. Basing that on embarrassment of riches maybe at the hands of Pep Guardiola. But his side have transitioned and kept themselves good. Sobersley, the corner, goal away to my right. Verbruggen looks out to his, cleared by Dunk, back to Sobersley, the corner taker. 8 yards from the dead ball line, clips it in again. Heads off the head of Balaba and over the top of the crossbar. Another corner to Liverpool. Didn't know too much about it. There's going to be a couple of changes hopefully on the way, we're being told, or that Warnocky is going to come on for Lamptey in a moment for Brighton. We're not sure. Corner from the same side, goal away to my right in front of the Kop. Liverpool on the attack. Verbruggen in goal will look out to his right hand side. David Coote wants to make sure that everybody's in the right place and nobody's getting themselves in trouble. And David Coote wants the match ball to be moved from behind a goal. There's 3 match balls behind a goal. And he's the only person that didn't want those balls behind a goal. Maybe it's affecting his vision. Here comes the corner, 69 minutes. Szoboszlai to deliver, drills it this time. Salah will bring it up, volleys it back across the face of goal. Van Dijk's up, Verbruggen catches nicely. And the Dutchman is on his backside inside of the Brighton 6-yard box, away to my right-hand side. Runs to the edge of the area, gives it to Gross. Gross back to Dunk. Dunk to Balaba. Balaba to Van Hecke. And now to Gross, who's trying to dictate things for the Brighton Szoboszlai. And all of a sudden the press from Szoboszlai means it has to go back to Verbruggen, who stumbles before clearing the ball out on his near side. Great. We love that from Liverpool's perspective. And the mark of this side. There is a change, and it is Tariq Lamptey that is going off to be replaced by Facundo Buonanotte. Lamptey, who's been a little bit, in fairness, a little bit of on the perimeter. I won't say it's his fault. He hasn't really had a chance to impress himself on the game. Buonanotte comes on. Liverpool have the ball. Quansah back to Kelleher, away to my left-hand side. 70th minute of the game. Liverpool 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. First goal of the game on inside 2 minutes by Welbeck. Lovely half volley into the net down by the Kop end of the ground. Certainly picked it up well, and it stunned Liverpool, but they have been relentless in their pursuit of then the equaliser and now the lead. And they got their equaliser on 27 when Diaz managed to get in with a deft volley over the head of the on-rushing keeper Verbruggen after Salah headed the corner back into the penalty area of Brighton on 27 minutes. And of course then it has been Mo Salah, a beautiful Liverpool move, sweeping a goal in on 65 minutes. Really beautiful. Found Salah, lovely run from the inside left channel into the box. One touch on his right, finished with his left across the face of the goal. Past the keeper, Nunes profit from a slip. Van Hecke with a strong challenge. Salah tries to slip in. Diaz for 3-1. It's through the legs and it bubbles in. Liverpool are 3-1 up and on their way to yet another victory. Looks like there could be a flag up though on the far side. Well, I tell you, the third. Welbeck slipped on the ball, gave it away. Nunes broke over the halfway line, drove towards the Kop, done really well. Strong challenge. Salah has slipped the ball through to Diaz, and if you're asking me, the freeze frame I've just seen, Diaz is onside, so this could stand. This could stand. This is very, very tight. Now we're talking of the buttocks, which are the gluteus maximus of Lewis Dunk. That is because he's slightly bent. His buttocks are further back, and then we're going to talk about Luis Diaz's toes. We are going to get it's Dunk's bum versus Diaz's toes. They're looking, I think, see from my purist perspective, this for me is just too close to not give a goal. I think this is onside. They're checking it for offside. We've got the lines on there now, and Diaz's toes are about, I'm looking here at the screen, and the goal is going to be chalked off. Dunk's bum prevails over Diaz's toes. There we go. How close was that? It's wrong. It is wrong. When you go down to the nth degree, I just think it's wrong. I think they've got to look at that offside rule, and they've got to be a little bit more circumspect on how they approach it, because if we're talking of any bodily part that goes beyond it's a little Bradley, and the ball breaks free. Referee says 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. And Heck got himself a yellow card. Thought it was a strong challenge in the build-up on Darwin Núñez, and I wasn't looking. McAllister, lovely flick to Bradley. Bradley beaten off the ball by Dunk, midway inside his own half. Short pass to Moda. Moda gets it to Gross. Gross will have to play it towards Adingra. Adingra, isolation now. Trying to go outside. Kwanzaa gets away from Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa just gets a bit on it. Soboslai doubles up. Van Heck. Van Heck forward into the feet this time of Moda. Moda back to Van Heck. Cracking absolute exhibition of football. One side really just giving you everything any football fan anywhere in the world wants, which is a side really giving it everything. And Liverpool are a decent side, don't get me wrong, and it's a pleasure to watch them when they play like this. But Brighton have been a little irritant, a real irritant, and they keep making Liverpool think about their back line as Moda breaks in behind, cross it across, Welbeck just checked off the ball, Bradley at the back post, put it away for a Brighton corner. And it's those little moments that make Liverpool vulnerable, because Brighton are capable, with all the injuries that they've got, they are capable of upsetting the apple cart here. Goal away to my left hand side. Kelleher looks out to his right down by the point of my left shoulder. So sit facing the pitch here. Up come the Van Hecks, the Dunks, and it's the crowd in 6-yard box, I have to say. In it goes. Van Heck loses out in the air to Kwanzaa, headed back in by Buonotti, and in the end Núñez gets it away. Soboslai with a lovely touch, and now it's Diaz. Diaz drives forward, to his left is Salah. Salah on his left foot, up to the edge of the box, gets down, fires it in. Great save by Verbruggen. What a break that was again by Liverpool. Well, I'm going to put my neck on firmly on the line now. There's 3 sides chasing for the Premier League title. And I have to say that of all the 3 sides I enjoy watching, I think it's Liverpool I enjoy watching the most, followed by Arsenal and then Manchester City. There's something sometimes that's just inevitable when Manchester City play the game. They're not, it's something about the passion and the endeavour from Liverpool as Salah feeds the ball to McAllister, backheel blocked this time by Balaba. They just sort of play with a real swashbuckling sort of style. I think Arsenal are very, very good. And Manchester City, we just know have a degree of inevitability, but just a quality sort of sense of we just ain't getting beat. They've passion, endeavour all the way from Liverpool, certainly in this game. So they've got players coming back as well. You know, they're doing this without Diogo Jota. They're doing it with Conor Bradley at full-back. No Trent Alexander-Arnold or even Andy Robertson. It's quite something. Diaz into Núñez on the halfway line. 77th minute. As the ball is rolled all the way back to Kelleher. Kelleher to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa back to Kelleher. Goal away to my right hand side, left hand side I should say, out to the feet of Endo. Endo to Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa to McAllister, scoops it out looking on the far side for Núñez, who's peeled away in the Luis Diaz role. Brighton clear though with Veltman, Veltman to Balaba, Balaba to Moda, Moda tries to play it forward, double ricochet. It's a throw to Liverpool, 6 yards inside their own half on the far side of the pitch. Don't forget to stay with this medium if you can't get to a television, because I tell you what, a cracking game likely to be coming your way in the shape of Manchester City versus Arsenal. Should be a cracker, could be a leveller, could be one of those dour Titanic struggles. Balaba turns it forward, flicked by Núñez, back to Gomez, Gomez to Diaz, Diaz loses out to a sliding challenge by Veltman, midway inside the Brighton half. Still Liverpool, Gomez to Endo, back to Gomez. Diagonal ball back inside the centre circle on the Liverpool side to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa out on his near side in front of the technical areas to Bradley. Bradley to Soboslai. Back to Salah. Back to Soboslai. Back to McAllister. Remember, Liverpool attack the goal away to my right, which is the cop end of the ground. Cross to the other side. Left back Gomez. Gomez to Diaz. Diaz inside to Endo. Didn't give him a lot to work with, but he cushions ahead of back to Diaz. Diaz finds his match in the fullback Veltman. Still tries to win it back. Veltman flicks the ball up in the air into the Brighton box. Little cushioned header back under pressure from Diaz by Van Heck. Picked up by Verbruggen. Verbruggen rolls it out to the edge of the 18-yard box away to my right-hand side to Gross. Gross comes forward. Rolls it back some 10 yards to the feet of Lewis Dunk. A little bit of a pause in play here for Brighton. They were just trying to work their way back into the game, and it has been constant red pressure coming towards them. They've had their glimmers of hope. They haven't had too many chances which Kelleher has been forced into action. Dunk on the ball, tries to draw Nunes towards it, plays it to Estepina, back to Van Heck, 6 yards outside the Brighton penalty area. It's a nice pass out to where Estepina should have been, and it's Gross down the line to Adingra. Adingra in there, finds Estepina, turns. The little ball inside Salah, back to the halfway line to Pascal Gross. Gross square to the right-sided centre-half Van Heck. Van Heck over the halfway line, plays it out to Veltman. Veltman's got just outside of him Buonanotte. Buonanotte comes inside, turns inside, driving across the midway point, Liverpool half, trying to find a pass, finds a pass to Estepina on the left back. Estepina's got Gross up by the edge of the box here. Gross delivers left-footed, goes back to his right, plays it in, headed away on the edge of his 6-yard box, away to my left by Virgil van Dijk. Adingra heads the ball on. All of a sudden, Gross can't get it back. Estepina wins it back. Adingra into the feet of Welbeck. Welbeck trying to get away from Gomez. Just dwells on the ball. He gets a chance to get back again. Brighton again just showing they're still in this game. Veltman misses out and Soberslide clips the ball forward over the head of Van Heck. Dunk gets it away from Nunes in a desperate bit of defensive work midway inside the Brighton half. Dunk patrolling down the right into the feet of Welbeck. Lovely layup to Buonanotte. Welbeck completely floored. No advantage there, and Brighton are dangerous. They are dangerous. That goal that was disallowed by Luis Diaz correctly when the protractors and the lines came out, which I thought was a little bit of a travesty, was the one that settled Liverpool's nerves. Now it's going the other way into the final 10 regulation minutes of this game. Brighton with a free kick, goal away to my left, under threat. Liverpool hold a line 20 yards from their goalkeeper Kelleher. It's going to be swept. Kelleher looks out of his goal. It's to the left of centre for him. Drilled in by Gross, flicks off the head of Duncan. In the end, Kelleher has to dive away to his left and palm it round the post for a Brighton corner. Didn't look as though that header had any real vim and vigour about it. Well, it's offside. It's a mile offside. We've just seen the replay. But does the flag go up? Waiting to see if that's going to be changed. That's going to be a corner. From these moments, such things can occur. Looking out to his left, Gallagher in the goal away to my left. Hung up there. Dunk with a header. Flicked up by Welbeck. Gallagher keeps it in place and gone for another corner. Well, the slight frame of Gallagher got there. That could have been so dangerous because it looked as though it should have been offside for Lewis Dunk in the build-up to that header that went for the corner. But there we go, clear and obvious. That was. Nobody pulls it up. Slight feint, Dunk's bum versus Diaz's toes, and you get a goal given away. Diaz gets away from Veltman, driving towards the Brighton penalty area, way to my right-hand side, cuts inside, fires a shot in, deflection off the legs this time, goes away for a Liverpool corner. Can't take your eyes off this. Took on Veltman, went inside him, drove the shot in. Van Heck blocked it. It's away for a corner in front of the cop, away to my right hand side for Liverpool. 82nd minute. Harvey Elliott is about to come on for Liverpool. We've got a few chances possibly coming on. Harvey Elliott is on for Nunes, which means I think that Diaz or Salah's going to go through there. Interesting change that is. But there's also some other changes being lined up. Evan Ferguson is coming on for Simon Adingra. And now my pen goes into overdrive. Simon Adingra goes off. Ferguson's going up the top of the park. And it's Adam Lallana coming on for Jakob Moder as well. Well, this is Adam Lallana, one of Jurgen Klopp's most impressive players. Quite sad when he thought his time had come to the end. Really wouldn't want to see his old man come back to haunt him. Corner, swung into the Brighton box, flicked header across the face of goal, and somehow Ferguson with his first touch brought it down. It was Elliott with the header. It was almost going in. Ferguson facing his goal from about a yard has somehow managed to bring the ball down. Elliott, the diminutive man, got it there. Ferguson almost dwelled on it. And Quansah almost took it off his toes at the back post. How close was that? For Evan Ferguson for a first touch in front of your own goal, in front of the Kop on the volley. What a moment that would have been for him. Carlos Balaba drives forward. Oh, referee says handball. Balaba says no. Referee says yes. There's only one victor in that, and that will be the referee, David Coote. Driving forward now. Sobersley plays it out to Diaz. Diaz, 6 yards, clips it in, headed away by Dunk inside the 6-yard box in front of the Kop. Diaz plays it back, supported by Gomez. Gomez to Endo. Endo across to Quansah. Quansah plays it down his near side to Elliott. Elliott, the man that almost scored with his first flicked header, crossfield ball, right to left, finds Diaz, who brings it down, faced by Veltman. Sets it back to Gomez. Gomez under pressure from Buonanotte. Back it goes to Van Dijk on the halfway line. Your journeyman commentator. Game 72 of the season for him. Plenty still to go. And you can catch up with the Journeyman Commentator podcast on all of your platforms. It's available on all platforms. Thank you very much for listening to the football commentator's mentalist musings. But the ball is currently back with Kelleher. Long ball forward, headed down by Dunk. Dunk to Van Heck, midway inside the Brighton half, which is to the right of the halfway line. Genuine commentator will talk about this game and talk about his game yesterday, where he had Sheffield United versus Fulham. First half he was ready to go home. Second half, couldn't believe what he saw. So there we are. All will be revealed in his podcast. Kelleher to McAllister. Played forward by Quansah. Doesn't pick a red shirt out. Halfway line, Dunk forward. Swept round the corner by Buonanotte to Gross. Gross tries to set it on for Lallana, who just checked out. And Quansah rolls it back to Kelleher. This is going to be an uncomfortable final 5 plus time added on. Brighton fancy their chances. Great nick. Welbeck into the feet of Lallana. Lallana into the box. Plays it. Cleared back by Endo. Kelleher comes out before the run of Buonanotte can get on there. It's not nice. This is a bit for Liverpool fans like sitting on a drawing pin. It's very, very uncomfortable for them at the moment. They may be 2-1 up. They may have been relentless in trying to get there. Diaz loses it to Veltman. Veltman gets it to Lallana. Lallana with a shot just wide on the angle from 16 yards. Kelleher saw it go across from his left to his right and past his right post. 86 minutes, and that's just how uncomfortable it is becoming now for Liverpool. They have been incessant with their attacking play, but every now and again, as I've often said with my cricket analogy, they've got one to spit, bite and turn, and Liverpool just not feeling that comfortable. They want the final whistle now, I have to say. Lots of people now on their feet in the sitting down areas. Long ball forward, Diaz with the header. Salah playing through the centre now. Goes out to that far side, down the Liverpool left. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz back to Gomez, who supports him. Gomez midway inside the half of Brighton. Back to the halfway line to Van Dijk. Back down that wing to Salah. Salah faced by Buonanotte. Level with the 18-yard box of Brighton. Into the feet of Gomez. Gomez back to Salah. Salah to Wataru Endo. Back to Gomez, inside to Salah. Salah gets it to Endo, back to Salah. Salah tries to get in the box, comes out to the edge of the box. Sobersley with a shot, blocked by Van Heck. Dunk with the header away. Now it's Liverpool that are crowding around the Brighton penalty area away to my right. Van Dijk to Bradley, and to Elliott. Elliott drives up to the edge of the box, finds a shot in. Dunk comes back out. Endo now finds Diaz. Diaz to try and tiptoe his way into the box. Bradley's there, lovely bit of skill, turns away from Lallana, ricochet falls to Bradley, tried to play it in, blocked by Balaba, and a goal kick has been given, and a youngster from Liverpool, can't believe that it's been given as a goal kick. 88th minute game, Van Heck driving forward towards the halfway line, gets away from one. It's a terrible challenge by Wataru Endo, who gets his yellow card for today's game. Van Heck cut the ball out really well. And just strolled past Endo, who just left a leg in there. 88th minute has almost elapsed. We'll be waiting to see exactly what happens. Liverpool are going to make a change. Cody Gakpo is ready to come on, and it's going to be